By Monica Tib and Marcus Payadu. Want to get this briefing by email? Here's the sign up. Good evening. Here's the latest. Image creditor and chef for the New York Times. 1. President Trump affirmed his support for Judge Brett Kavanaugh, the Supreme Court nominee facing an allegation of sexual assault, calling the controversy very unfair. Mr. Trump said he wanted to hear from Christine Blasey Ford, the accuser, saying, if she shows up and makes a credible showing, that will be very interesting. Dr. Blasey, a researcher and statistician, was reluctant to come forward with her allegation. Here's how she went from the anonymity of academia to the center of a confirmation fight. Credit Victor J. Blue for the New York Times. 2. The fallout from Hurricane Florence in the Carolinas continues, and officials are concerned about a particularly nasty problem: lagoons of overflowing pig waste. Above, a view of Fayetteville, NC. If the untreated slop enters rivers, ecological damage and fish die-offs can follow. And when the runoff gets into groundwater, it can lead to health risks. Another problem: a small fraction of North Carolina homes at risk of flooding have flood insurance, and the federal flood insurance program won't pick up the slack. Credit Lauren Elliott, Reuters. 3. For undocumented families living in fear of deportation, the storm presented a dilemma. Was it safe to seek government help when the police are everywhere? One immigrant said, you feel fear from head to toe. Separately, the U.S. cannot account for nearly 1,500 migrant children who entered the country and were placed with sponsors, according to congressional findings. This has raised concerns that the children could end up with human traffickers or be used as laborers by people posing as relatives. A spokeswoman for the Department of Health and Human Services said the children were not lost, their sponsors had simply failed to respond. Credit Doug Mills, The New York Times. Credit Chinato Pics, via Associated Press. 5. A new economic Cold War. As President Trump escalates his trade fight with China, many are worried that strained relations could last for years. Mr. Trump's latest round, imposing tariffs on $200 billion worth of Chinese goods and threatening to tax nearly all imports from China if it retaliated, has bewildered, frustrated and provoked Beijing. And it's not clear what the U.S. stands to gain from the pugilistic approach. As the Chinese billionaire Jack Ma put it, if you want a short-term solution, there is no solution. Credit Pyongyang Press Corps, via Reuters. 6. Kim Jong-un of North Korea promised some concrete steps toward denuclearization, including dismantling facilities central to the production of fuel for nuclear warheads. On day 2 of a 3-day summit meeting with South Korea's President, Moon Jae-in, Mr. Kim also vowed to visit Seoul. He would be the first North Korean leader to visit the South's capital. But Mr. Kim stopped short of agreeing to denuclearize, saying that would happen only if the U.S. took corresponding measures, including formally declaring an end to the Korean War. Illustrations by Grace Helmer. 7. Consider this your field guide to the House races this fall, 7 weeks away. Our political reporters grouped the roughly 75 most competitive districts into 5 battlefields, not by what part of the country they're in, but by the social and cultural characteristics they share. The outer suburbs, the open west, and metropolitan melting pots. Our analysis looks at how Democrats and Republicans will try to piece together a House majority from these voting blocks. Democrats need to pick up 23 seats to retake the House. Credit Jason Henry for the New York Times. 8. Facebook is setting up a central hub to root out disinformation and false news. Our reporters got an exclusive look at the social network selection war room, including dashboards designed to track unusual activity. More than 300 people across the company are working to safeguard elections in the U.S. And abroad, we see this as probably the biggest company-wide reorientation since our shift from desktops to mobile phones, the team's leader said. Credit Vincent Tullo for the New York Times. 9. The editor of the New York Review of Books, Ian Baruma, left his position amid an uproar over the magazine's publication of an essay by a man accused of sexual assault. The essay's author, Gian Gomeshi, who was acquitted of the charges in 2016, lamented his status as a pariah, constantly competing with a villainous version of myself online. Critics derided what they saw as a self-pitying tone in the soft peddling of the accusations against him. In an interview with Slate before his departure, Mr. Baruma defended the decision, saying, "I'm no judge of the rights and wrongs of every allegation. How can I be? Credit Tyler Mitchell, Vogue, Collier Sure, GQ 10. Finally, our pop music critic mourns the end of a beloved genre, the celebrity profile. Since the 1960s, the in-depth interview has been a mainstay of the star-making process and a regular feature of high-level celebrity maintenance. But now, the famous are saying less, if anything at all, and granting interviews to their friends and sharing on social media instead of talking to journalists. It's a shame," John Caramonica writes. "We'll never know the answers to the questions that aren't asked. Have a great evening, Your evening briefing is posted at 6 p.m. Eastern. And don't miss your morning briefing. Sign up here to get it by email in the Australian, Asian, European or American morning. Want to catch up on past briefings? You can browse them here. What did you like? What do you want to see here? Let us know at briefing@nytimes.com.